Hello again, peasants. We meet again. All right. How are all of you doing today? Hopefully, you're doing well. Today, I have brought a sucker out here because, well, most of you are suckers. Fight. Mm-hmm. Oh man, there's too many insects, too many bugs. Ah, but as I was saying, I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Biden. I don't care about any of the presidential candidates that we don't elect because this isn't a democracy. And it's very clear that it's not, and your votes are not counted, right? But like I said, that's the thing. I've been an independent politician since day one. I don't bow down to nobody, and I am the authority in this country, and that's the actual truth. Like I said, we made and spent more money than Trump ever will. Trump is an illusion. He's a broke Freemason. He's a joke. He's done nothing but commit crimes. He's not a real president. That's the truth. He's a complete joke. And that's the reality all of you have to face. Just like Tesla is a joke, Elon Musk is a joke. All these companies are a joke. This entire satanic corporate system has always and always will be a joke, right? And the real wealth is in the people of this country, of America. That's why they've tried to come for us and take everything which is ours. And you don't understand that you don't win financially, you win by standing up for yourself. You win by being a gangster. It ain't about finances, bro. It can't be about finances with y'all because y'all don't understand the concept of ownership. You're all a little bit slow. Real talk. Oh, hold on. I told you. Golly, man, in 2 seconds? Get off my chair. Bad ants. Alright. Told you there's a bunch of insects out here. Too many bugs. But I'm tough, so I think I'll be alright. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, bro, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like I said, I think people know the truth. I think people reality for what it is, and I think that people don't have a choice but to accept it. That's what I think. That's 100% what I think. Look how big your boy's getting. Pulled Stone Cold Steve Austin, boy, with them muscles. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ain't worried about no YouTube. I'm worried about building this muscle, boy. Say what? I don't have a boss. Do what I want. So talk. I do what I want to do. So while I sit here eating my sucker, right, drinking my spring water, sitting in the shade, wealthy. Oh, I know you mad. I know y'all mad as hell out there. I'm getting paid. That's right. This is my job. Step into my office. Have a seat. I should be interviewing all of you YouTubers. Have a seat. So tell me about your years of trauma. Tell me all your deep, dark little secrets. You could sit right across from me. We could do it right here to be your counseling session. I'm your counselor. Tell me about all the years of dealing with my accolades and nonstop success and the toll that it's had on you. Go ahead and speak into the mic and tell the people how it feels. You know, like I said, you want to talk about fake people like TJ. TJ is a joke. TJ has seen me get busy in front of him while I'm working. TJ knows I'm a gangster. TJ is a clown, bro. Like to do that, you just have to understand that's not funny. There's nothing funny about that. Like You weren't being funny. You were trying to say names to me. You're telling on yourself. That all applies to you. What? Bro, I just realized that you an informant and a snitch, and that's it. You just told on yourself. Like, how are you gonna act tough? It just don't make no sense. He can't even make up his mind which way he want to act. How you gonna act tough when you just told me indirectly that you're a soldier boy running town? Like, that's the thing. It's supposed to elicit a response or reaction from me because you're weak. You chose the cop out, brother. You chose to be weak. I mean, like I said, I don't have nothing against you just because you chose the wrong path. That's like Obi-Wan and Anakin. I'm Obi-Wan in that instance, and you're Anakin. Like, no, Anakin, you were supposed to be the chosen one, you know? And TJ's like, I hate you. I'd rather sleep under a bridge and sleep in front of a jewelry store. You know? No, Anakin, don't do it. I have the higher ground. And Anakin, being TJ, doesn't listen, right? He continues to lose. Like, I don't care about nameless nobodies. You know, he sees what it is, man. He sees that I have the resources, that I built them all by myself. I paid for all of it by myself. All of this, everything I have, I paid for cash. I built the entire environment and structure to do all this, just like I funded all these projects on YouTube. Like, bro, I've been telling you. I mean, I guess it's because I'm a humble guy and I really don't be telling you, but I guess you found out from other people that I'm a whole boss out here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. And I kept it all under wraps, right? See, all the people around you, they thought that I was this and that, and I was struggling. I was never struggling, man. That's why I sold them mineral rights while I was working with some of y'all and made 10 grand. And they was asking me, how did you get 10 grand? Sold mineral rights. What are you talking about? I can make 10 grand, 10 G's anytime I want. Been doing that my whole life. I mean, it's just weird how people will sit there and because they're a hater, they want to act like I'm less than who I am or what I am. Like, see, that's the thing. It's all cute and funny to an extent until I realize, oh, you're really trying to be serious. Like, that shows you got jealousy and envy in your heart because I think y'all know what it is. I think y'all been knowing that I've been above you since day one. I was above you when I was born, but not one of you, all of you. See what I'm saying? That's my whole deal. So it's like, like I said, they was interested in that. A lot of them dudes that worked in them bars paid that much in the first place and they got to struggle to get by. I mean, if you live in Austin, period, it kind of sucks for you because Austin's living cost is too high. And if you're working in them bars and you're trying to pay rent, looking back on it, I could see why you would be mad at me because you at beginner level and phase, and that's all you got. I guess that's why a lot of them so mad. It's like this is all I have, and they just feel like my presence is going to take that from them too and take everything over. I could understand that a little bit because y'all are wage slaves. Y'all have to work, bro. Those people, they struggle just to get their rent paid. Those are people, most people in the bar industry, doggy, they working and hustling just to get by, man. They just trying to pay their rent. That's why they run around 6th Street and want to have their ego and pretend to prop themselves up, you know, and tell themselves they're something they're not, you know. Like I said, I had dudes. I'm a hustler. I hustle for real, bro. I can sell jewelry. I can sell anything. I know how to flip product. I'm a hustler. I was in the shelters. I was able to hustle. I had all the nice sneakers, money in my pocket, chains. If you even put me around actual people, I'm very isolated. I don't deal with people much right now. That's the thing. Just like in the movie, like the one homeboy said I was talking to, he's like, bro, it's just like the movie. Like I don't get much interaction with a lot of human beings. I talk to the few people, my people, and that's it. So it's like if you put me in an environment like Dallas or something, yeah, I can get back to hustling. But why would I want to deal with that? You think I want to be like in the bridge again? Like in all that horrible environment that's not safe and like it's not like I'm not used to it. I'm super used to it, but who wants to live like that? Especially when you don't have to. Nobody, bro. I want to go back to that nonsense. That was what the dude even asked me. He was like, "You came back here?" I've been back there a couple of times. I kind of show up to the bridge when I want, real talk. And he's like, "You came back here?" He's like, "I don't know anybody in their right mind that would come back here." You know what I'm saying? But it was like at the time, I didn't really have a choice. and they weren't listening. They didn't care. They wasn't trying to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, when you don't have a choice, it's one thing, but when you have a choice, that's a whole nother ball game. You feel me, folk? I think I can go ahead and move this for now. Hopefully the sun is going down a little, because some of these bugs, they be looking weird. I don't know if one got me on my back already. Ah, all right. Well, hopefully I'll be all right. But like I said, I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. You think I want to be like in Dallas environment right now with everything going on? They can't even get a rapper to make it out the hood in Dallas. You know, they're all corrupt in Dallas. I already been there, done that, dealt with all that. Came up against dealers, came up against all the wannabe street thugs and street lords, came up against all of them by myself and one. You know, like I said, I come out of all that, man. That's what I come from, literally. So that's why people don't understand. I never had nobody, man. Never had nobody to go run and get, nobody to run to. I held my ground and I won in the streets for real with no help, no resources, and nothing by myself against everybody. So to think that, given an opportunity, I wouldn't utilize it and run with it, you got to be crazy, man. That check total is already at almost $97. $97. Like I said, it should be over 100 by tonight. How do y'all feel about that? Speaking of my lollipop mic, how do you feel about that? Hmm? How does that make you feel? Woosah. You need some meditation to cope with my nonstop success? Like I said, I'm doing all right. I still got a little bit of cash in my pocket. Oh, I'm just keep dropping change for the squirrels, so the squirrels can go get themselves a lollipop or whatever they want. It ain't a whole lot because I'll be using it. But I got some change, right? I got me a little bit change, a little bit change. I don't have a light up computer display like that one dude who acts like he's country. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking with my accent because I'm ignorant as hell. And I'm jealous of Tyree and I want to repost his Joker videos because I'm obsessed. Those are about me, boy. They ain't about nobody else or nothing. What you gonna post my story for? You better mention me and my name. Cite your sources like a bibliography, homeboy. And we got a little bit of money. That's just cash. I got like 75 in the bank right now. I got another request on Cash App with 10 more dollars. Why not? Right? People donating here and there. I mean, we doing all right, right? I make you mad? Hmm? I was able to get my lollipops today. I got the little stuff that I need. Like, I even got some strawberry cupcakes. Hostess cupcakes. Are you mad at me? You mad at that? It's too much for you to handle, right? Can't deal with it. Can't deal with a man succeeding. Well, too bad you're gonna have to deal with it. You don't have a choice, partner. Right? How's that feel, huh? How does it feel? Tell me. So yeah, I got some cash on me. Like I said, I think I got like 75 in the bank. The phone bill, right? I got to pay that phone bill every month if I can. That's what I've been doing all by myself, right? So if I deposit that in the bank whenever I can, I still got to pay for the bus pass, which is like $3 for a day, right? I mean, here, let's count it, because that right there probably gonna be the phone payment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 14. Fives be confusing. 19. Let's just count it as 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 60, wait, 63, 68. Leave $68. That'll cover the phone. Phone's about 55 every month. That's the phone bill. and then I have to pay all my other stuff. So I handle everything like a boss, like a G. I do my thing, do my thizzle. That's 68. That's enough for the phone payment. So I guess the plan is when I can try to hop on the bus, go get that deposited in the bank, and probably pay the phone payment. But I'm gonna wait until it's close to the 21st before I do all that because something could happen to the phone. I never know, especially as active as I am, and the screen's already messed up. But what's today? What's the 9th or something? June 9th. So we ahead of the game. My birthday is July 21st. Like I said, if you want to send me a birthday gift donation, please do. Everybody out there, that'd be cool. I'm gonna have to move again because the sun is just relentless, man. It's ridiculous. It really is agitating because I really don't like all these insects and how they keep getting me. Oh man. But right now I don't have a choice. So what was I saying? I can hear that chameleon. Come, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Come, chameleon. I think that's what it is. Or it's a bird. Something. It plays in the trees. Hmm. These are coming in nicely. They're just starting. So yeah, I mean, bro, I don't care what people have to say. I don't care what they think. I for sure don't care how you feel. I just don't care, man. You know. But yeah, that next check is at around 97 bucks. Hopefully by the day it'll be over 100. I don't know if I did enough views for that or not, but I should have. They don't be wanting to pay me right. It's aggravating. But like I said, 97 bucks already. Yeah, see, that's real good, boy. That's real good. That's good money. And then I got the rest of this month and before the 21st, before I even have to pay the phone bill again because it's freshly paid. I got the rest of the month to go hard and try to make this content and get this money. So I'm thinking starting tomorrow, I'm probably going to get back on it. Try to take the day off today. I mean, I could still do off days because I could still do my footage right here. I don't have to go anywhere. But like tomorrow, I'm gonna probably get on my job and get on business and have another, day probably training is what I'm thinking. But we'll see how I feel. We'll see what I want to do. But and like I said, y'all can donate, man. The bus pass for a day pass is $3. If y'all help me with that, it enables me to get around. That way, I can take it all the way over there and do my thing and walk around, and grabs a lot of attention. It's an attention grabber, man, and it helps with the promotion of everything. But I've just been eternally grateful for anything, man. Any little help I get, anything. Great flavor. So yeah, $97 already. While you all make zilch. Zero said zilch, no money for you. Yeah, 'cause you gets no money, 'cause you are not funny nor entertaining. So leave my network. Yeah, that's right, 'cause you can't compete. No, you can't compete with Tyree Sneed. Yeah, I said you can't compete, 'cause I said you can't compete. Yeah. Just imagine just being yourself, and this is how I really am. And these fools is trying to copy my swagger. That's ridiculous. How they gonna act like they dissing you, but then they turn around and copy you? I can't stand that, bro. Y'all got no morals, none. You know, no moral compass whatsoever at all. Absolutely ridiculous, boy. I said it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself right now, man. I just realized that what I built is on a whole nother level. I'm just proud, man. Like, honestly, proud of myself. It's pretty cool, man. Straight up. I know when I get all this money and God blesses me, I'm gonna go get a couple of suits. I know when Christina get here, we gonna have to go buy me a couple of suits. I need like the nice suits though, like the express suits. Like I said, I always try to keep things cheap and affordable, but some stuff it just costs a little money. I can't do anything about that, but just things that I need. I need at least like three good, nice suits. You know what I mean? Or I mean, really just one suit. I don't need three suits. I need one suit, right? And I need different shirts, maybe two suits for different colors. I say probably two suits, two or three. That's why I say three, about two or three. But you know, get the pants, the tops, and then just alternate the shirts. I'll wear like express shirts. We can go to thrift shops and get a bunch of like status symbol clothing, collared shirts that I'll wear with it. I'm very down to earth, man. You can go to the thrift shop and get a bunch of clothing. Clothing will never be an issue, you know, and then just go to the laundromat and wash clothes. Just like every other normal person, even though we're gonna have tons of money. Right. Plus, wherever we're at, they'll probably have everything we need anyway. When we're traveling, I'm sure they'll have washers and dryers and all that. So, I mean, I know how to do things regardless, man. We're going to be camping. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. We'll be staying in hotels too. I'll be able to probably get donations just to go to hotels. Y'all don't get it. Like when we get blessed, I'm not telling y'all anything. Like I don't plan to necessarily say what we have. Whatever God blesses me with, I'm not opening my mouth about. I'm just going to be living my life doing my thing. I'm going to act like we still just regular, normal folks because I don't want people knowing, you know? Nothing good comes from it, really. Nothing good comes from that, you know? It just doesn't. Let people guess and tell themselves what they want. I just drop my glasses. Uh, oh, hell no. But yeah, I'm here chilling, man. I'm going to get paid regardless. His aid. That's all I care about on here. As long as I get my money. Put my money in my hand. Because you will never, ever, never, ever. Said you will never, ever, never, ever. Uh, yeah. Said never, ever, never, ever. Like I said, people like watching me. I'm sure they think I'm funny. I just be myself, man, and do what I do. Feel me? But at the end of the day, the streets is mine. Trust me. That's not a game. That's not a joke. That's not no play. You feel me? So, that's the thing. I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of a funny character, man. I'm a lot different than most people. I'm real in touch with who I am and everything, but that gangsta stuff ain't a joke. That's real. Feel me? So, I don't know. I'm like different people all in one. But at the end of the day, right, I'm just gonna keep having fun with it. Like I said, I'm real proud of myself. Like just the strength. Look at this, bro. This is crazy, son. Like seriously, bro. It's crazy, bro. The strength levels is crazy, son. Picking my whole body up vertically, like completely, like with my wrists and my forearm. The point is, when you're picking it up initially, you're picking up your whole body. So it's the same thing, right? But then you're taking it and you're putting more leverage. So that uses all your biceps, deltoids, triceps, shoulders, everything, like your whole trunk, your whole structure, and it's basically you're using the strength within your forearms and your wrists and your hands, pretty much your hands, and then you're picking up again. So you're going a level higher. And I've been doing it where it's straight up. That's like the final level of the lift. You really can't do no more than that unless I was to like literally like go completely straight, I guess, in the air, which I think would be pretty hard and I would risk buckling, which is what you don't want to do because I don't know how well I'll catch myself if I fall. Right. And I know that all you people are hoping I fall every time I do it because you're jealous and envious and you're jealous of me. You're a bunch of haters. But I mean, I generally know what I'm doing with it, and I can feel, like I can feel when my body's kicking a little, or the wind will make me kind of move. I generally have enough strength to just stop it and still have my body intact, and then if I have to, I'll lean on the bar with a shoulder real quick and gain my equilibrium and balance again. But it's just a very hard thing to do, to go that extra level. I mean, there's nothing past that really. That's like the ultimate. Once you get to that level and you're picking your whole body up vertically like that with like nothing but your hands, that's strength. That means I'm taking whatever my body weight is and I'm maneuvering it and picking it up. I mean, I'm like 150 some pounds. That's pretty incredible. You understand? So y'all just don't get it. And then I think about other exercises. You know what exercise I really want to do that I heard that they used back in the day and is what really builds muscle? Shoveling. Just shoveling. But like, I don't know where to do it at. I'm not going to do it out here. Not like that. I mean, I can't really just carry a shovel anywhere and I don't have one. But that's what I mean. When I get the money, I'll be able to do all that. I'll be able to do like the tire exercises like they were doing at that boxing gym in Austin. Um, Stuff like that, man. But I want to do like, I want to actually get it where I have money where I can have an area where I just shovel like sand or something where it's repetitive and I just do it over and over again. That stuff is what built like Spartans and stuff, they say. And there supposedly was some dude, they had a nickname, I forget his name. They claim that he survived a bunch of stuff, kind of like me, and he attributed it to strength because he was supposedly so strong. He was like moving trains and some stuff. I don't really believe it. I think it's nonsense. Not because it's not possible or believable. Oh, I believe anything is possible. I just don't believe when y'all make up stories because, like, I didn't see it. I don't have any accounts of it. I mean, if that was true, they would have had some account of it. Y'all ain't proving nothing. You're just talking, and that's what they do because every time I do something amazing, they want to supersede me. See what I'm saying? But the point is, the message within it is true that you can get so strong. I think you can basically be proof for everything just along with your body. That's why the suit is going to add more protection to me. But that's the point. You have to get your strength to the point that your muscles are like, proof in and of themselves. You feel me? Hold on. So, suit check. Need a pig here. But yeah, like I said, man, we just making it do what it do. We got 14 in the box. How's everybody doing out there? Like I said, you don't deserve a chat room because you don't pay for it. You want a chat room, you have to donate me at least $100. That's right. I really don't want to open the chat period. I don't see any purpose in it. If you donated me $100, maybe, but even then, what for? Yeah, like I said, nah. I think the cost for a chat room should be 1,000. That's why I'm gonna make it because I don't plan on opening it at all for none of you. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve nothing. You all have a bad attitude. You gotta learn to be grateful, man. You know, that's the thing. People talk like they was in a position of power. Oh, y'all have no power. That's what you get when you run your mouth. Nothing. Feel me? Yo, funny as hell. But yeah, like I said, I mean, for me to reach that level, that means I can go in any gym. That means like just like usual, I can lift pretty much everything in the gym. I mean, like I said, there's people around. They've seen me survive impossible stuff, walk away from total cars and everything. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So it's like, I don't know. That's why I always felt like what it was, that they was always jealous and envious of me when I went to the gym. That's why, like, I generally don't like going to that gym. I feel like they nothing but a bunch of haters. I think even the ones who acted like they not, I feel like they just enabling it because I talked to them about it and they was like, haters gonna hate. Well, yeah, because you probably won. That's why you act one way one time and then you act another way another time. I don't have time for that. I don't care about them. Like I said, to me, as far as I'm concerned, that's my competition. And I'm trying to put everyone out of business the right way by excelling in what I do because I can train people myself independently and I'm better than any gym trainer. Real talk. Now, that's personal as far as I'm concerned, especially when people have gym facilities and you can't even provide people with anything with a basketball. That's embarrassing on your part, brother. Like, that's crazy. Talking about you got to bring your own ball. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And they want to overcharge you. Like, no. Only way I do that is if they had a really good deal. And either way, I would definitely film my videos. Wouldn't care. Wouldn't ask nothing. Just like they all do, right? And I'd use all my videos to see. That was the thing too. They was trying to give me a hard time on filming, but they got other people filming whatever they want. See, y'all is all two-faced. See, you don't want to act like I can't figure it. Yeah, all y'all some haters. Like okay, no problem. That's all good because, like I said, me, I can do this independently. I can do something like that, get all my footage, and then keep my footage, and then turn around. And then when I leave there and I'm done with the term for the membership, I go use all that footage. I just don't want to deal with none of that nonsense. See, that's the thing. People can't be stalking me unless other people enabling it. That's my problem. Oh yeah, that's another lawsuit. Mm-hmm. That's another one. I don't care, man. That's what people don't get. I don't care, bro. Like whoever got whatever attention towards me, cool. You know, be my guest. More power to you, because I'm just gonna file a lawsuit. I already won. I already won. I already stood up to everyone. All of them cowards. I already stood up to them a million times and won. They all know what it is. But like I said, I want people to do my training, bro. It's like a training camp. Real talk. I'll open it up as a camp if y'all want. We could do a public camp right where I train. What's wrong with that? Do people want to train or not? Like people don't want to train. Like I said, all you got to do is go to the Cash App, leave your email, send 25 bucks for a 30-minute session, 50 for an hour training. Very simplistic. Leave your email. I will reach out to you, get in touch with you, right? And I'll talk to you to see, do you want digital videos sent to you for this, or do you want, you know, the actual training in person? If you want the training in person, we just schedule when we're going to meet up, right? We already know where, unless you're going to pay some kind of whatever for a gym or whatever, in which case, like I said, we would just be training partners and work out together. That's all I can do, right? Which there's nothing wrong with, right? But it is what it is. But like I said, I generally teach in my location, and that's it. I run my whole business, bro. I get all my money like that. Like that's a boss, bro. That's somebody who's smart. Y'all wish that you could do what I do. And you can't pull a Wes Watson with me. And I ain't in no gym, so I ain't at nobody's discretion. I can yell, scream, do whatever I want out there. That's the truth. It's in the middle of nowhere. Get off of me. With Eustace Bag. Because crazy stuff happens in the middle of nowhere. It's up to Courage to save his new home. With Eustace Bag. Uh, it's up to Courage to save his new home. But yeah. I don't know, man. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny that TJ's mad and disgruntled. He jealous as hell. I think all of them are funny. Like, yeah, he just mad because I figured you out. I knew nobody made no 11 bands like me, bro. What? I made 11 bands in front of your face. And you kept asking, where you work at? Yeah, because you was trying to report to these people, to the Red Triangle, think I'm slow. That's why I never told you. I said, don't worry about where I work at. Boy, what? He was trying to get information. What was they paying you under the table? Any bribes you accepted from the Red Triangles, TJ, that's prison time for you, smart one. You chose to do all this on your own. Why you want to go against somebody who was a true friend to you and had nothing but love for you? That's the fact. I'm not mad at him. I can't be mad at somebody I got love for. You know what I mean? Nothing changes over here. It's just crazy. It's just weird and unexpected. Like, okay. So that's what we doing. Okay. I'm really hurt behind it, to be honest. Genuinely hurt. You know, I thought TJ was a real friend. I really did. That's crazy, man. Think you know people. But you know that's a learning experience, man. That's something people can learn from, you know, and I hope that people learn from me, you know what I mean? These are people I was friends with in reality for years. Kept reaching out to, kept trying to be a friend even when I wasn't around. I had to go through all the things I went through, and they with the so-called enemy and these stalkers and weirdos plotting on me. Like what? How long has that been going on? Was that all the way back when I went to jail? Because again, I think that had everything to do with all y'all anyway. So it's kind of weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like I said, it's just right now. Like I said, they losing it because, like I said, they know I'm gonna get blessed. They know they can't block it, and they just losing it. They wish that they could stop it, and they can't. They know they can't stop it. So, like I said, that's all they try to do is hopefully confuse you. I can't be confused, bro. There's no window of opportunity for me, man. That's not how my blessings work. See, a video can say what it wants, but you don't dictate nothing. God does. God gonna give me my blessings no matter what anybody does. He gonna deliver them right to me. Real talk. They gonna come right to me. I'm not gonna have to do nothing. I promise you that. It's not a window of opportunity. I'm not working for my brother. I'm just not. I'll work doing this, but we got to be realistic. To think that I'm gonna go do all this nonsense. Nah, I mean, like I said, I would do it. Like in a place like Austin, I wouldn't mind trying to do that, but I still have to have money and I have to have the resources. That's the thing. These people know that I'm trying to move around and do what I need to do. Got to have money to do it. Got to have the resources. Y'all just keeping me waiting, So I don't mind. I do with what I can and make the best of it. It's not like I'm not pretty satisfied and happy. Like I'm good doing what I'm doing, but I'm just so ambitious. I want to expand. But it has to be the right time. It has to be the right position, place. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, especially after going through hell and everything I survived and having my, what, in a rebirth and everything I went through. But it just has to be done in a certain way. And it costs money. Them bus tickets cost money, man. They ain't cheap. And I'm not getting stranded out there again. And I told y'all we was on, me and Christina and I figured it out. We figured it out. TJ was trying to get me stranded in Austin. That's crazy, son. For a second time, because it almost happened the other time. But luckily I was able to figure it out. That's crazy. And that's what they're saying when they said they want to cause confusion. Right. Because I'm getting blessed. You don't have any way to cause confusion. I mean, pretty simplistic. I run my business, I do what I'm doing here, and I wait on God and wait on Christina. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. That's what I'm going to do. Expanding isn't really a big deal. I mean, even if I got stranded, I'm going to be all right. I'm tough, bro. I've been in Austin with nothing and nobody and nowhere to go, and I've figured it out every time. What are you talking about? And Austin is not like, it's a fairly safe city. Only thing I'd have to worry about in Austin is getting locked up for nonsense for them saying, oh, you're just out here, which they normally don't do that. They might do it because they target me because of the red triangles or something because they all corrupt. But that's all I can think of. And I mean, it wouldn't be long and it wouldn't make any sense because I wouldn't be doing anything wrong. I wouldn't have anywhere to go. What do you want me to do? That's the thing. They don't let you sleep nowhere in Austin. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with being anything. It's got to do with people have to survive and they don't let you. They won't let you sleep on the bus. They sometimes they do, then they start enforcing it and coming on there and waking people up. Like, I mean, then if you go sleep on a park bench, they might arrest you. Half these cities they're literally doing stuff where they're arresting the homeless. Y'all didn't know that? And these people know that because these are the type of people who have to do with that. These are like extra weird sub-level companies too, because anyone can open a company like that and you can actually have like people licensed to work for you, like actual officers. Did y'all know that you can open up an independent company? I found out, I wrote it down somewhere what it was called. I'm researching all that, how to open your own bank, how to have a full license like security company with actual like officers that is independent though. I could open one of those when I have the money too. Y'all don't understand. I could have actual officers work for me. You can open one independently. It's in Tennessee. I don't know if the other states they do it, but in Tennessee, they have units right now that are going around arresting the homeless and talking about it publicly, which is not a good look and sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. But my point is, I could have some states will allow you to open an independent agency. I want to open an agency that stops child trafficking, meaning that actually, like when there's Amber Alerts, and we would like be able to do full research and surveil and everything beforehand, and whatever we have to do, find out the information, spy. I don't care, whatever we got to do to figure out who's who and who's doing it. And then Batman would be able to, with the certification of the companies and the licenses, of course, it'd be an independent organization that would be able to like rescue whoever this had happened to save lives and save them and save people so that this doesn't continue to happen because nobody else is doing it and you don't have any agencies in place because the agencies are the people holding the meetings in the red robes who are not only supporting it but they're the ones doing it because it's being funded by your government. I don't care what you say, all that stuff is, all of it, all the trafficking is being funded by this government. So you need an agency that's still licensed that will figure it out and start rescuing people. But I would literally be doing it as Batman. You understand? It would just be licensed by an agency, so I'd have full control. It'd be an independent agency. That's what I need. And then that way I can extend my capabilities to do more and more. And then we build it kind of like a bounty hunter, but it'd be different. And then I'm sure that they would give me licensing to do that type of stuff too. But like, I don't even know if that's something I want to do. You know what I mean? I have to figure it out what I want to do. You know, what I feel is comfortable. I mean, I'm okay with unsafe, but I need to know the extent of what's going on. You know, that's the thing. Reason why I don't like doing things as a company is because you kind of feel pressure, like you have to do what they want a little bit and answer, and I don't answer to nobody. You know what I mean? But as far as that, I'm just saying it's an option. I'd be able to open up an independent organization that could do all that stuff. You feel me? If they tell me I need something, a degree, I just go get it with Christina and I'll have the money. Go get the college degree real quick, whatever, like whatever I need. You know what I'm saying? But could maybe do something to save animals. You know, I don't know. Nothing but options. It doesn't mean I have to do it forever either. It could just be something I want to do. That's the only thing, you know. I don't know. I have to figure it out when the time's right, you know, because it's the only thing that's a little unnerving for me. Because I not because I worry about me, but I worry about Christina. You know, I want to make sure that you know I'm around and I'm good, and I want to make sure like taking care of Christina is the first priority. All the other stuff is, you know, comes second. She comes first. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time's right. But I just know what I was born to do. I know what my purpose is. But you can actually open an independent agency. I don't know if you need a degree for that. I doubt it. Why would you need a degree to open a business? You don't need one. It makes no sense. Degrees mean nothing. They're a piece of paper. It's meaningless. But my whole point is if you can do it in Tennessee, that means you could probably do it elsewhere. And I'm telling you, you can open up an independent organization and have them working for you. That's crazy, you know. And it's just sad. It's unnerving, and that's what people were saying on the news. Like that's disturbing that there's agencies doing that and they're targeting the homeless. Like that's what they should not be doing. That should not be their job. That makes no sense. That's what they're doing. So they'll go up to the homeless, look for an excuse. Oh, is he sitting down? That's what I'm saying. You won't let people sit down. Y'all don't treat people right. You got to be humane about how you treat people. Like people like that, that's who I have something against. That's just crazy. The whole point is, I go through all that struggle in another city, bro. Hold up. Especially when it's not the old days and it's a different time. And like I said, it's just getting harder and harder to rough it and survive like that. And they're just going to make it harder and harder. And it's like, what are you pressing me for, worried about me, when y'all should have your job to do that you don't do? You know what I'm saying? My point is just that I don't have to do it. So why put myself in that position? Because that's the thing. I'm not in that position. I'm just in that position in another city because I want to find work. So it's like, deal with all that stress for what? You know? It's an option. I could see how it goes, see if it's something I feel like I can do and that I can actually pull off. But you know, we'll see what happens. But either way, I got to raise money on here, man. We need funds. I need money. Bus tickets cost money, all that. I got to make sure I have more than enough money to get back. That way, I just treat it like a vacation, if anything. That's what I want. Real talk. I just want to see, like, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, I could do it, man, but I just, I don't know. I think I could do it in Austin with very little budget if I got, but it's like taking a huge risk. Like I just don't. It's not conducive. It's just not. Because I don't go out there and act. I don't go out there to look cute. I'm not dressing up like that's not what I do. But you know, I could do that up there, but then it's going to be like against my soul. Like that's not what I'm here for. I need the money, man, because money enables me to do everything I want to do, and I want to get busy. I'm trying to get busy. I'm not going to waste none of God's creation and potential, why He created me and my purpose. Like I said, it takes a lot of thought. It's got to be done right. I know that, I don't know. I feel like I could do it up there, but I don't know. It's just all y'all is on some coward stuff, man. It's too many Soldier Boy running till them. Real talk. Too many snitches. That was the whole thing back in the day. You could just tell that they telling, like you could just tell they against you, like, yeah, let's see the white man win. That's okay. See, that's the thing. They don't want to let you live and let you do your thing. Like, I'm gonna do my thing in front of your face, but I'm gonna do it the right way and be smart. So I'm saying that's all. There's a way to do things. Sometimes you got to be a little hesitant. That's why I'm okay with this time period. I'm not okay with it, but I don't have a choice in it, and I'm doing the best I can because what else can I do? If I'm too aggressive with it and I start taking too many risks, it's just not wise, man. You know, I could do it, but it just doesn't make sense. You got to have money, man. If I'm walking around, rolling around like that, it's common sense, man. Like at some point, I'm gonna get what I'm bargaining for, and if I don't have the money and I can't build the suit right, like I'm not saying I'm not ready for whatever, but just to put myself in that position, and that's what y'all don't get about being real. You put yourself in a position where you lose all control. You know you're not in control of anything because things are real, and you got to stand your ground and stand up and do what you got to do. That's just common sense in the streets. And to put myself in that position because I know everything about it and what it entails is just not wise. You understand? It's taking an unnecessary risk. It only feels necessary for right now. You know what I'm saying? For the time being, because we're waiting. But when the money comes, well, then there's nothing holding me back. Like I said, once the money comes, that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm getting rib coverage, full rib coverage somehow. If I got to get a vest like what Wesley Snipes wore in that vampire movie, I might need to get some kind of vest like that, but I got to get full rib coverage. He didn't even look like he had rib coverage, but he was supposed to be, whatever hybrid vampire and all that. Just like I say, I'm a vampire. That's all good and sounds cute, but at the end of the day, even vampires need rib protection. It's just not wise to not have it. The minute I get all the money, that's the first thing I'm handling. I'm going to figure out how do I get all my rib area covered, armpits too, all that. I got to get all that covered somehow. If I got to buy a vest and get separate plating and place it in there myself or something, but I have to have coverage, man. It's just common sense. Speed and quickness has saved me a million times, but it's not worth the risk. Even Christina said that. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm just patiently waiting for that money, man. I'm just doing training. That's it. Once the money comes, we can move. You know, waiting is tough. It sucks, but it's also been fun, man. I'm just keep learning. Like I said, I don't think y'all get it, man. I know I got a lot more in me I ain't tapped into yet, man. You know, I'm supposed to only be operating at like 10% of my actual capacity right now. That's what they saying. Like I'm trying to go deeper and tap into more, man. That's what y'all don't get. I'm trying to push myself farther. I feel like I could do a lot more. I got this far. 200 pull-ups, world record. 90-pound dumbbell curls, world record. I don't care about you Mason's lies. I know the actual world record is that mine. What else? 72 dips the other day. Full lifts, picking my whole body up vertically and then picking it up even more. I mean, doing dips where I'm throwing myself up in the air and catching myself, everything. I need to start doing the vertical push-ups on there, like slanted like this. I need to do those on there. That'll help build a lot of the muscle I need. Get back to doing the what I was starting to do, where I pick my body up horizontally. I got to work on that part, and that'll translate to the other stuff. I think that's part of what's helped. I didn't realize because I would watch other people, and I was watching other people from the past do it, but they don't teach you how to do it. So you're watching and you think like, oh, this guy is this and that. Like, yeah, he had a lot of strength to him, but it was because he's probably been doing that his whole life. He was trained specifically how to do it. They know the secret. They knew the secrets, and those were Masons. So somebody taught them that stuff. And then they didn't even make a career with it. Now I'm making a career with my actual knowledge on my own. I didn't take nothing from nobody because I ain't no Mason. I just am able to watch things and translate, and then that helps me, and I use that too. Why not? I use all knowledge that I gather and come across, but it's still more than knowledge. You gotta be strong as hell and be able to apply it. The dude had a gift, but I don't know what happened to him, man. Seems like they all disappear. Either they get caught up in the street or something. They don't know how to make money. They don't. Yummy. Yeah. Oh well. Who cares? I'm making money. I'm making money off of roll and 52 blocks. Them last martial arts videos should have been doing numbers. I don't know what's up with that. The algorithm can't catch up to me. I'm moving too fast. Real talk. Moving way too fast. But we're in the right position, man. I mean, if that check's already about to hit $100, as soon as it gets over 100, I know I got another check accrued. That's the main goal, is knowing, okay, I got money coming in next month, not the month after. This next month, that money's going to be guaranteed. They give it to me around my birthday, so I'm creating a birthday check. Well, yeah, see it. I don't have a choice. I got to try to go hard. I have to try to work hard. I can do everything the way I'm doing it, but I'm just saying, when I get up in these biggest cities, I want to have, I want to have full coverage. I want to feel protected. I want, you know what I mean? I want to like be prepared. That's all. I'm prepared anyway, but I want to not have to be prepared and be good. That's all. It just takes the money. That's what y'all don't get. If y'all would not donate crumbs, y'all want to donate some real money, give me several $100, man. I'll go to Goodwill and I can go build makeshift my own rib protection straight up. Like, you should be able to find something, maybe something you can wear like in football around the ribs. I could do different things. I could try to get plates and see if I can place them in there or something. There's something to give me coverage. That's what I need. It's going to suck to walk around with sometimes. Maybe it might be a little heavier, but I'm used to carrying all that because of that steel armor. The steel armor offers the protection, but then I get headaches because it's constantly, that's pure steel, and it's just clanking. And clank, clank, clank all day right next to my head and my neck. When I went through what I went through with the truck, so it's not fun. Lollipop, lollipop. But my whole life, man, ever since I was a little kid, it was like I knew I was an angel, and I knew that like whatever I created, I was proud of, and God was proud of. So that's all I'm doing. It's just like life is like an open canvas for me. Like, I'm the artist, and I just create and build. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm just trying to keep building. So yeah, man, all these other people are godless. Ain't none of y'all going to heaven. None of you. All you do is just swim in your karma every day. I just laugh at you, man, because they don't even take themselves seriously. They all know they a joke. Feel me? Y'all funny, bro. Y'all know you funny. You funny. My hair's growing out. Funny as hell. But, see a but. I don't know. I guess that's all. I guess if I just go hard. What's the day? That gonna be the 9th? Oh, it is the 9th. Dang, it's early today. 5/12, the 9th, June 9th. Yeah, got a little bit of time. That's what, about 11, 12 days till about the 21st when I got to pay the phone bill if I can. And then you got more than that, about another 10 days maybe if the month ends around the 30th. I'm going to have to look on the dates too, 21st, 26th, see if the 21st lands near the weekend or not, because that dictates whether I get my check then or have to wait a weekend. Although I think sometimes they deliver it on Saturdays. They've been pretty good about that lately, but I don't want to have to wait. That's a huge problem. But yeah, I guess try to go as hard as I can, but it's just hard to conserve resources in the meanwhile. I need donations, man. Like I said, I need crowdfunding. I need people to send me some money. Got three ways: PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I got a Zelle too, but I just don't be talking to y'all direct, so I don't know if y'all want that. But more donations I can get this month, the better. You know, so it'll be my best month yet. But it's just discouraging because I see that and I'm like, how is it going to be my best month yet? They never gave me the $1,000 bonus. I should have gotten that. So what the hell? Like, be my best month yet if I got that. That's all I needed. I needed that $1,000 bonus. I would have been had all this built already. I would have probably taken the trip to Austin, struggled, did whatever I had to do, but I would have had the money to get back. You know what I'm saying? And I could have talked to these jobs and tried to figure out if somebody would hire me right on real quick or whatever I had to do. You know what I mean? To try to figure out something to get me some money. You know, and that's the issue too. Like if you go do like temp labor up there, man, they don't care about you. They'll have you out there with concrete flying all through the air. That's how I got sick that other time horribly, unless it was something else. But I ain't doing that either again. I just realized the job market don't care about you. That's why money don't matter, bro. Chasing money, you ain't gonna get nowhere, bro. Especially in Austin. Like, nah. And that's the issue up there. Then I have to always think I got to pay for a hotel. You know, pay for a hotel or figure out, do things another way. This is not easy. Be stuck out walking. Could be time to get my Batman footage though. That's the only way I look at it. It's not the safest thing to do either. You don't know who you're gonna come across in the street. That's what I was always dealing with. That's why people don't get like it's not really an issue with me because I'm Batman. But then you got them people, and the people are going to pay attention because they're going to be like, "Bro, he's Batman." Like they probably going to say something like, "Will, what are you doing?" I'm Batman. They're going to be the most weird conversation. And I would just tell them, I'd just be like, "Oh, I ain't out here for no problems, bro. I'm out here. This is my job." I'd be like, "Here's my channel. This is what I do," and that's all. And then they would give their opinion, and I'd have to work around it. You know, see what I have to do. That's about it. I don't really think they would care too much once they became acclimated and figured out what the hell I'm doing. But that's the thing. I pop up everywhere, so I would just be like in front of everybody all the time. So I'd be unavoidable. I'm hard to miss. Stand out like a sore thumb everywhere. But I don't know. You could do it like that, but I don't really want to be walking all night and out all night, bro. I mean, get a lot of footage, probably get some views all night. Who wants to do that? That was the whole point while we were talking to TJ, because TJ was supposed to help. TJ can't even help himself. You know, like, see, those people were never on my side. They don't even want me up there clearly because, and that's what's weird. He was acting like he wanted me up there. Like, no, you just wanted me stranded. They don't want me up there, bro. Realistically, because the minute I'm there, man, I'm gonna take everything over just like I always do. I'm gonna end up winning. I win every single time, bro. I got haters up there that I don't even know and all sorts of stuff. Care about y'all. That's all I need is a spot out there, man. If somebody just said, "Here's a couch, do your whole Batman thing," that's all I need, literally, and maybe some help with the other stuff that goes along with it. Other than that, I do everything myself. Feel me? But I mean, mm, just have to figure it out. I think we just got to be patient, and that's what I'm saying by causing confusion. That's why I'm talking about it. It's the only reason why it's relevant because that's what they was trying to do. That's the devil. See, they was trying to create that confusion, like have me run up there and get stranded and keep dealing with nonsense when that's not may not be my purpose, may not be the place that I need to be at this time. You know what I mean? I think I'm right where I need to be. I think I'm doing everything. I don't think I know. I'm doing everything right. But it's just hard, it's hard waiting. It's hard being patient. I'm just so eager to get the show on the road, man. Christina, I hope you feel better soon. Genuinely. Once she feels better, she's going to get right back to it. So I think it's right around the corner, man. I think everything's coming right around the corner. That's what I think. But for right now, we got to work on this. I'm going to edit some stuff too in a minute, try to put out some more videos. Do what I got to do for right now. Kumbaya, my lord. But pretty content, but I'm gonna be truly happy when Christina gets to me when she gets here. That's what's gonna make me really happy. That's when I'm gonna feel like life is life again and start living. I want to go to the island, man. There's a bunch of stuff I want to do I can't do. Nobody does anything. Nobody helps. Everybody just sits there, and I don't trust none of them because, like I said, all y'all are weird. They're all working with the red triangles. All of them. I'm not even joking. Weird. It took everybody to try to stop little old me, and y'all ain't stopped nothing. It's pathetic. There's one of these things from the palm tree right here that they like use to fan in villages. I could literally pick it up and use it like that if I wanted. Got a beautiful palm tree right here. Looks like it's coming in beautifully. I think you're looking right at it now. It's beautiful. But I don't know. I just can't wait to get the show on the road with everything, man. I can't wait to just be able to do everything I want to do. That's what Christina and I are going to do: travel, have fun, go on shopping sprees, go to Dave and Buster's and all them gaming places and play games and go out to eat, romantic restaurants. I want to go to like nice candlelit dinners with Christina. Like that's why I need suits and stuff. I'm gonna be dressed nice. Like I'm already handsome and beautiful. I'm gonna look like a whole new man. Y'all gonna be like, oh, that's Tyrese Nate. Yeah, I clean up quick. You know what I mean? You just got to give me the right clothes and everything. That's about it. Shave, be clean shaven, look like $1,000,000. Straight up, look like $1 trillion, trillions. I look like exactly what I am: straight boss, wealth, money, rich. But that's the thing. I want to go to nice candlelit dinners and then go be Batman. Actually, it'd be in the reverse order, probably. Well, I don't know. Could be both. That's what y'all don't get. Like, nah, I'm a complete psycho when it comes to this Batman stuff. Like, literally, we'll go eat at Fuddruckers during the day, and I'll be like, all right, we're doing a Batman mission. Like I said, she wants a GoPro in front of me, GoPro on my back. She can see everything, live streaming feed only for her. That we're recording everything. So we'll have a bunch of cameras, all that set up, computers, screens, everything for her to watch. We'll probably have a mobile display that we take with us everywhere we go. We're going to be like a little independent, whatever, I don't know, because we're just going to be a force to be reckoned with. Like, we're going to be like carrying around bags and stuff wherever we go because I'm going to have the computer screens and stuff, have them in her vehicle. You know what I mean? That way I can go to any hotel wherever I want. Say, help me set up real quick. She doesn't even have to do that. I could do it myself, but set up everything, set up the screens, the computers, and then that way I put on the thing. It might be like what security wears. They got some of them bouncers doing on 6th Street, but I'd have a camera on front and back. Then I got to figure out how to create the live feed. Also have another camera recording all that, right? Something recording it. Okay. And then she sits back. I say, what do you want to eat? You want Chinese food? Order Chinese food. Chinese food, she'll have all her money. Chinese food's coming. Pay for it. There you go. Have everything you need to eat. Are you good? Anything you need, I'll go get. Make sure she's straight. Batman mission time. It's literally how it's going to be. And like, depending on the time, I tell her, like, when I get back, we'll go eat a nice romantic dinner. Go be Batman, do my Batman stuff. She'll see everything I'm doing. Have different ways to communicate, even if the cameras get shut down, like backup mics and stuff. I need all of that. All of that, bro. Oh, hell no. Hell no, Leaf. Who you think you are falling on me, Leaf? So, you know, it's exciting. That way I know she's good. She got what he needs. She needs. Sorry, it's more weird theatrical antics as usual. But, but yeah, make sure Christina has everything she needs and she'll be watching everything. You know, I want it to where she can hear me too. That way she hears everything I'm going through. Anything happens, she can hear. If I'm in pain, she can hear. If I need help, she can hear. You know, we might have like an Alfred too at some point. I don't know. I got to see about all that, like a butler or something, kind of like that. That'll help. I got to figure it out. It's got to be somebody I can trust. Like, regardless, I don't want nobody near Christina. Period. I'm just territorial. Y'all are insecure. I'm territorial. I'm protective. But as anyone should be. People are evil in this world, and they're weird. But that's about it. And she could watch the whole thing, get back. Like I said, if it was early, go out to eat. Not stay in, eat with her, chill, get some sleep, be happy. Like, it's not going to be hard to just go do the Batman stuff. But that's the thing. Like, at that point, I already know she'll help me where I have like a motorcycle, right? Get my license back, probably get a motorcycle license, have a motorcycle, probably a Batmobile at some point, like all that. But if I get a motorcycle, I want to talk to the people who invent these things. They got these things that look like bat pods. I got some of them with like tractor tires almost, and I just got to figure out, can you build a bat pod that's like super mega fast? The thing is, the thing was like quicker than a motorcycle. If you remember in the movie, it was fast. I mean, it was moving, and that's the thing is like, that's why, like, I'm pretty sure my identity is not going to be a public thing when we start doing all this because, you know, I don't know. I got to see how we're going to do it. But I want to build a lot of this stuff myself. The thing is supposed to be like quicker than motorcycles. It's supposed to be like faster than everything. You know what I mean? To where it's like a lightning thing just came through and did its thing. I'm a superhero, dog. That's the point. Move fast. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll probably start on motorcycles and stuff. All that. Figure it all out. But we're doing the real thing, man. Ain't no faking, ain't no flogging. And that's the thing. Like up in Chicago, you think anybody's gonna give me a hard time? I doubt it. I bet you if I roll up an old block, I bet you them boys would be like, bruh, there's a Batman out here. Like, what? Nah, for real, dog. There's a Batman outside. He's just parked there. They're gonna be like, I gotta see this. They ain't gonna come out there tripping on me. They're gonna come out there like, yo, what up? Like, who is you? Where you from? Like, people show love when they see Batman, man. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, it's this squirrel. He got scared. Now he's standing on his hind legs. That's the smart one. He's smart as hell. He's gonna climb that tree. Yep. And he's looking at me. Climbing the tree. Big bushy tail squirrel. And he's going all the way up, I think. Looking for acorns, probably. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's all. I'm just gonna go do my missions, do my thing, do what I need to do. But like, I want to get it to where it all comes to me from God, where it's like downloads, because God speaks to me and tells me what my missions are. I want it to be real specific too. I want to know what I'm studying, everything, what I'm looking at. I want intelligence and information on everything. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. So that's why, like I said, my identity probably won't be known by the public. I'm probably not going to do it on this channel. Like I said, it'll be a different channel, and I'm just gonna start uploading real footage of Batman in action, and that's when people are gonna start tripping. It's probably gonna get on World Star and everything. They're gonna be like, "Bro, there's a Batman, and he's like, whooping you know what in the street." You know what I'm saying? And like, there's actual footage being released and leaked to this. You know, like it's gonna be pretty cool. But like I said, that's the thing. My life is not going to be confined by your rules or your laws or your fake stuff. My life was meant to supersede everything. I was meant to shake things up on this planet. I'm not following rules. I'm making them, and that's the reality. That's just my purpose. I know I'm larger than life, and I know I was put here to do that. I wouldn't let no pathetic human being stop that. Hell no. I'm a vampire. Feel me? So I got a big purpose. I'm supposed to change things in these streets, change things for communities in a positive way, but you got to make a change. It's necessary. The government's out of control, man. Trump's out of control. All these people are out of control, man. They're trying to exercise power they don't have. Everything they're doing is illegal. Nobody who's a real American is going to sit here and put up with it. You got to make a stand, man. You got to stand for something. You know, that's the reality. So it is what it is. We're going to keep winning. We know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to act confused. That's your problem. But I don't know. It's just what I was born to do, man. I'm just excited. It's going to be just like the movie. And like I said, I'll be trying to build these businesses for Christina, with Christina, have her a part of everything with me. She never have to do much. If she wants to take it easy and relax, no problem at any time. I'll do everything. As far as running the restaurants, I can run them for her. She doesn't have to do anything if she doesn't want, but whatever she wanted to do, of course, I'd say it's all you. This is all her thing. She's in charge. She's in control. She has the power. Um, but I'll gladly help to run the establishments and the business. I can do all that. She doesn't have to. She can, because she had said that she wants that. Like she doesn't want to do all the groundwork and leave all that to someone else. I'll do it. I could do that. I'm a good boss. I should have always been a manager and a boss. I can't be working for people. I can run companies better than all these people. So, that's the thing. We'll have Sneed Enterprises. We'll be building that. It won't be just entertainment. That's just going to be one division like this entertainment division. Have different divisions for different departments. I don't know. Something's telling me, man, that company that I walked into as a kid, there was like a company. It was a Sneed company. I think it's based in Amarillo. And something's just telling me, like, I don't know if it's God or what, telling me that somehow that company's going to belong to me. I don't know if that's who's leaving me something. I don't know. But something's just telling me because it looks like Wayne Enterprises. It would be cool, man. I'm sure it's huge. I'm sure it's got to be like whole estates of tons of acres and a like a building or several, or I don't know. I don't know how much I could potentially have access to, but I know that that makes sense because I have a lot of relatives, like tons. I got cousins on one side, millions of them. I'm half Mexican, and then on my dad's side, I got a bunch of relatives, and that history is so deep. They got books with our history in it, like we actually have our history. So I've been told a little bit that I know quite a bit, but it's too much to go through. It was whole books. I remember then people had beautiful, beautiful estates. I'm talking beautiful everything, got horses, everything. So it's a lot of money and a lot of wealth that they never shared with me, never gave me anything. They did us dirty. I feel like they did my dad dirty too. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why, but one of them might be like, I'm gonna leave it all to him. I'm gonna give it all to Ty because you know, he's the one who can take care of it. That's what it said in the reading. It says somebody's going to leave you all this stuff because they know you're the one who's responsible and you'll take care of it and use it. So that's what I'm saying. Then I don't know if my grandfather left me a whole bunch more. I feel like it's going to be like a whole company and like with my family name on it because that's the way it is in the movie. So Wayne Enterprises, it's probably not called Sneed Enterprises, but it's Sneed something like Law something. I don't know, but I can, you know, I don't know. But I feel like it's going to be like a whole company, and that's the thing too. If that happens, you can probably live in there. There's probably buildings. It's probably a whole estate. There's probably whole buildings and everything. I mean, you can do whatever you want if it's yours. You own it. Nobody can tell you anything. And they don't know anyway what you're doing. But that's what I'm saying. I would just use the division just like Bruce Wayne did. Get me tanks, like tumblers. That's what I need. That's what God promised me. That's what God told me. I'm just telling you. I don't care if people think I'm crazy or not. God told me that I was going to have so much money, it's unreal and more than I've ever had. It just makes sense because He had to put me through all the hell and create me and build me. And it says He's still working on me, but I'm ready, man. I've been ready. I'm ready. Like, seriously, I'm ready mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I know I'm ready. You know, but it makes sense. That's how life is, man. God's plan is a lot more vast than people think. Oh, hell no. Another leaf. But I think it makes sense. I was born to run a company, not like Carly Fiorina. Clearly wasn't. After what she did with HP, what a joke. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I want to go eat barbecue with Christina, go to the beach, go to the Riverwalk. Man, that's gonna be cool too. If we go to the Riverwalk and we ride on the Riverwalk, that'd be cool. Like I said, we ain't telling y'all nothing. Everything we do will be private. We'll do what we want to do. More theatrics. We'll just keep on winning. keep on winning and pushing forward. Feel me? But that's what I need. I need access to like tanks, like actual tanks, like tumblers. That's what I need. And like I said, it's gonna be just like the movie. I'm gonna be pulling up. What makes you so special? What's the difference between you and I? I'm not wearing hockey pads. It's gonna be just like that. And that's the thing. I'm gonna have all this wealth, all this money. You can believe me or be, look silly and dumbfounded when it happens. Mark my words, it's just like the readings say. They just said it the other day. It said your own prophecy fulfilled. Right. My own predictions, everything is gonna come true right in front of your eyes. What? That's kind of power I have in this realm and the next. I'm not your average dude, man. That's why I for sure don't worry about nothing or nobody or people. Y'all silly. But bro, I can't wait, man. Real talk. I just want enough to do what I need to do to be able to have that kind of wealth and have that much. Oh boy, I could just see like God's plan. It's beautiful, man. I'm already powerful enough. You giving a lot of power to a big Batman that can do whatever he needs to do. And that's the thing with the money. I can do all the right training. I can build the suits. Like I want to hopefully get where I can do what Batman was doing. When he was in that parking garage. Remember? And he's like, woo, like to be able to land like that and all that stuff takes money. It doesn't just take exercise. I mean, it takes money. You have to figure out that suit has to be built like by the military or something to where it can withstand a lot of resistance, impact, and anything. There's a way to do it though. I know it's possible. Anything is possible. Like I said, you got to figure out the cape. You got to figure out a way to glide and fly. I can't believe they still discussing having Christian Bale do the next Batman. Like Christian Bale, Tyrese Sneed. Nothing against Christian Bale. He's cool. Like, yeah, he's one of the best Batmans, maybe the best, but it's a movie. And if you're going to have a Batman movie and there's a real Batman now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wouldn't you give the role to the actual guy who's actually Batman? So he can play it in the movie? Like, people want to see what's real. They don't want to watch fake stuff. But I'm all for it because I love the whole series and everything. I like Christian Bale. He looks kind of like me. Well, I think it's cool. Nothing against him. Like, if somebody was going to play me, he would be one of the guys I would want to play me. I heard they're trying to use Ryan Gosling for the Panther. That's all to try to copy me because he kind of looks similar to me too. He don't look this good though, but that's the reality. But they're always trying to copy off me, man. Everything I do, I told you they try to copy. And Masons have no originality at all. Pathetic. But, you know, I don't know what else to tell you, man. That's what I picture is going to happen. But that's the thing people don't get. Like, yeah, I make music as a hobby on the side. I'm really good at it. Of course, I could do anything with it. But, I mean, look at these rappers. They ain't helped none of them. I'm not really worried about a future in music. I'm not worried about the NBA. That's a bunch of clones and robots, and it's a satanic league. I'm worried about being Batman. That's what people don't get. My calling is to be Batman. Actual Batman is what I am. That's what I do. The real thing. So all the other stuff is like a hobby for me. I do it on the side for fun, but I don't really care like I used to because all my efforts and everything I'm focused on now is into being Batman. It's just the truth. So it's like it has no connection to anything else. It's just what I am and what I do. I just know that it can make a huge difference in things. It can really help people and it can show people who's in charge and who really runs the world and runs this country. And that's what time it's for. You know, we need to give power back to the people, you know. these presidents and all these people, they're just like Bane. And you see them role reversing like Bane. That's why Bane kept talking about the corrupt when he was the corrupt. You see my point? They're showing you the future. They're showing you what's happening. And what happened? Batman had to stand up and defeat Bane. He wasn't cute about it. You know, it is what it is. It ain't gonna go like the movie either. Don't think that there's some dude out there stronger than Batman. Right? I mean, there could be. There could be someone stronger. I guess. I don't know. I have no idea, but they ain't gonna win. You know, it ain't about just strength. It's about being smart. That's the thing. But like I said, I always stand up for what's right, man. But that's why I train so hard. I'm trying to push the training even farther now. That's the thing. So I don't know. May get started tomorrow. If we do, I'll try to really see if I can push farther. To be honest, if I can, if I feel up to it, if I rest good enough and everything, and I feel physically up to it, try to push the bar farther. Trying to do sets with reps, man. I gotta out rep myself every time. I just feel like the farther I push with it, people are like, you shouldn't train all the time like that. It's not good for you. I disagree. See, that's the thing. What I've been studying, it's literally saying you can get strong enough, so strong that, I mean, you're basically proof for everything just as it is. I mean, that's the type of strength I'm trying to build. So it's just different. But that's the thing. Like the movie is a depiction of me. It just makes sense. I'd be running my own company, be dealing with the stock market, building hedge funds, running hedge funds. Christina's probably going to put me in charge of our own private hedge fund that we're going to build ourselves with our own capital. Be doing independent real estate. I'm going to teach her digital real estate. We're going to see what we can do with that and see how we can expand. That's going to be conducive for us. Might be able to flip homes, do certain projects, a little bit of everything. And then I'm going to be pulling up in tumbler tanks as Batman in the street and doing what I need to do and changing things, getting busy. Feel me? Hold up. So, hold up. Point being, I don't know. That's what I'm going to be doing. I want to ride some horses too sometimes, and with Christina at some point when she feels ready and she's good. If she wants, she doesn't have to. Anything she doesn't want to do, she doesn't have to do. Always take care of my baby. Always amazing care. Make sure she's good. But I just can't wait, man. I can't wait for like my new life. I feel like God really, really is set on giving it to me and wants to give it to me. It was never something I asked for. None of it. I didn't ask for none of it. God gave it to me. God felt like and knew I deserved it. So it is what it is. Me, I just do the best I can every day. Oh, that's what that is. But how do I put it? I don't know, man. I can't wait personally. I really can't. I think it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, it would be like I run the company, deal with the hedge fund, I do all the stock trading, and then I'd be Batman. But like, I just don't think you'll understand the kind of dominance that like God has built in me. Like it's like pure dominance. Like real talk, I barely blink. No, I blink, but it's kind of how it is. I don't know, man. I just can feel it. Like I'm starting to. I can see God's plan a little bit. It makes sense, and it's just a lot of power, man. You know, that's the thing. I just see so many people that talk tough, think they're tough. I mean, this is about corruption. This is about You got a president that's letting out prisoners and pardoning prisoners for actual crimes. You got all this corruption all over this country. I mean, somebody has to stand up and make a stand. People can't just sit here and put up with it. This is not American. It's against the Constitution. And we're going to have to bring everything back to where people follow the Constitution, whether they like it or not. We don't care what you want. You don't run this country. You're all traitors. Like what? No, you're going to be held accountable for your crimes as a traitor of this country. 100%, all of you. I thought that was understood. They ain't getting away with nothing, man. They're trying to do this stuff and sneak it and be sneaky. You know, and we don't play like that. This is America, buddy. Apparently, y'all don't know how we get down. Clearly, you know what I'm saying? We don't play games like that. You don't come into my country and tell me anything at all. And any real American would feel the same. So, you know, like I said, I just can't wait, man. I'm excited. For talk. I'm excited. I would love to run my own company, like on that level, though. You know, just meaning the money and the resources. I already have the knowledge base, but I would love to do all that. That's the thing. Like I said, just be pulling up in the street in tumblers and stopping everything. It's gonna be just like the movie. Dent, he's just the beginning. I know why you choose to have your meetings in broad day. I know why you're afraid to go out at night. The Batman. About to take over everything, boy. Real talk. Be like a ghost too the whole time. People ain't even gonna be able to find me. I'll never know where I'm at. Y'all ain't even gonna be able to find me. Y'all gonna be like, where the hell is he? I'm just gonna be popping up. Y'all talk about popping out. That's all Batman gonna be doing, just popping out and disappearing. Y'all don't get it. I'm trying to get ready, bro. I'm studying all this stuff. I'm trying to get the footwork right. I'm trying to get all the movement time, and it's not no playtime. I know that that's what's going to count for everything. I got to be able to move and shift and create angles. I got to be able to win against 20 different guys or more. That's just the reality. You know, like I have to be able to move. I have to be able to watch. I have to be able to use 52 blocks to not only handle what's in front of me, but block something from the side or be prepared for what's coming behind me. Peripheral vision. I gotta be focused on everything. Like I said, I'll probably get some kind of covering for the eyes that I can toggle back and forth with like a button. That way my eyes are protected. I'm coming prepared, man. I ain't coming to play. Letting you know right now. It is what it is. Like I said, you think like in Chicago they ready for that? Man, they had them little fake gangs come in and they was scared of them. They didn't know what to do with them, and everybody has rules to follow. Batman has no rules. He's limitless and has no rules to follow. That's why, like I said, you ain't gonna know my identity. There's just gonna be a Batman that just pops up. People watch the video, they'll be like, "That's him," but you won't know that. That's the thing, you know. So when Christina's talking about, I think the Batman thing is gonna get big. Oh, it's gonna get big, but it's got to be done in a certain light and way, and I don't know if people are gonna really be aware that it's me. That's the thing. I don't think I want that. So I want to be able to go out and eat in peace. I want to be able to live our life unbothered. So I think I'm going to be covering my face and my identity completely once we get to that point. It's all going to be official. I'll have neck protection around the whole neck, probably some Kevlar, titanium, aluminum alloy, different components. I might create a woven fiber, like I said, out of like titanium and aluminum alloy. It's going to be crazy, man. Get a 3D printer. That way I can print my masks and cowls and different stuff too that I want to experiment with. It all has to work. So that's the thing. A lot of people, everybody's tried to build bat suits. All of them failed. They couldn't even build a bat suit or it was mad uncomfortable. They sell some of them online, but it's like, will it really work? Is it applicable? And I think you'd spend a couple of $1,000s and then it may not even work. We could try it. Christina and I have the money. We can buy it in our sleep. It wouldn't even be a big purchase for us. I mean, they got one for like 1,000 something. I think it's like For a little more, you can buy the whole suit. I think they don't want to give you the mask though, and like that's the thing. Why would I do that when we can just get a 3D printer and I'll print my own? You know what I'm saying? Or buy the STL files for each individual part and build it myself. See, then I don't have to do that. The 3D printers, I think, are made for being Batman because I think you can get to the point you can just choose the composite resins and the materials that you want to build the items out of, and then you build what you want. But my thing is, why stop there? I think you can manufacture your own car line and fleet of cars and build engines. That's what I think. I think you get smart enough. I think you can figure it out. Do they have STL files for engines? I'm sure the computer is smart enough to be able to build an engine from scratch. I bet you anything. 3D printers, I'm sure, are on another level, bro. You spend enough money, get you the right one, I'm sure it can build almost anything, But that's the thing. At least you could build a prototype for a vehicle. I'm pretty positive on that. It'd have to probably be the biggest 3D printer or something, but you could do it and then know how to build engines. That's why I want to take that metal shaping class. That way I can build prototypes for vehicles. I wouldn't even need the 3D printer. I'd be able to actually do it because they would teach me. I would need the machine and the materials. And I could do it with my hands. Use that as a component, use the 3D printer, and then I got to learn mechanics and how to build engines. Find somebody who knows how to really do that from scratch, have them teach me. What I really want, if you want me to be perfectly honest with you, I want like a bat pod that has a jet engine. Call it crazy if you want. A bat pod with a jet engine, meaning a bat pod with like the big thick tires that's just like it, but I would kind of redesign the shell and the way that you maybe sit in it, or you'd have options where maybe for a little you could kind of be like that, but to where you could move real easily. So like if you were laying flat on the bat pod, you'd be able to just change positions to where you're sitting up or press a button and it would move you. That way if anything happens, you're okay, because being flat like that is not good. But it would be like a shell around me too of like protection. That's why it's a bat pod. You're supposed to be like in a pod, meaning like a circle of protection, globe, and or spear, sphere, sphere. So, I mean, imagine that, but imagine a bat pod with a jet engine. So, imagine a bat pod with a jet engine and a Batman on it, and you're like flying through streets. Like I'm talking, like it'll be so fast, people will be like that's why it has to be protected, because if anything happens, you got to be good. And it's got to be super strong. Like the thing would probably be built where it could just move through anything. That's what I'm saying. Imagine people were just all sitting down chilling, and all of a sudden there's this thing, and it just, and you're like, wait a minute, what the hell was that? That's what I pictured. I ain't coming to play. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm here to do. So I'm a real superhero. I don't fake nothing. So that's my point. Get a bat pot with a jet engine. Can't nobody catch it. And it would be on all terrains. I mean, you could ride that thing through grass like this. You could ride it through dirt. You could ride it through snow probably. You could probably ride it through almost anything. You can probably change tires. You can make the tires durable. They're thick tires. They're made for all terrains. Talking about something that can go off road, that can go underneath bridges, that can go. I mean, you could ride it in the sewer if you wanted. You could go underneath tunnels. I mean, you wouldn't want to because there's a bunch of dirt and insects, and you don't know if a centipede's down there that's ancient and you don't want it to get near you. But if you had to do it, you'd have to do it. And you're in the suit, so the suit should have full covering, so you should be all right. Because hopefully the centipede can't get through the suit. See my point? That's what I'm trying to build, like pure dominance to the point that I just can move through everything and do whatever I want to do. No questions asked, no nothing. That's why people ain't going to be able to ID me. They're not going to know who I am. It's going to be on another level. But that's the type of stuff I'm picturing. Like I said, I want to build like spaceships, like straight up. You know what I mean? People want to fly. Aliens use spaceships. They don't use airplanes for a reason. You know, back in the day in Tartarian times, they were supposedly using like those blimps. They were called some other name, but they were like big blimps, like thick blimps, and that's what they used to fly. And I think they were better than planes. I want to study Tartaria too more. I need to find out like how they got all that technology, what they were using, and then Tesla, I think, was the one talking about free energy, and they don't want to tell us how to get free energy, and there's a way to do it. I've heard of one material they say you can't even touch or get near that they say can power a whole village or a whole city. But that's kind of scary because I don't want to get near it either because I don't know if what they're saying is true or not. Just things I got to figure out. That's the thing, man. You listen to these people on this planet, you'll never get anywhere. They're going to lie to you about everything. I'd rather take the risk. I really would. I'd rather take risks and find out the truth at any cost than not know the truth, than be lied to my whole life because that's all they ever do. All they ever do is lie to you. All of them. They're all liars. They don't tell you anything. People don't even realize we may be on a flat earth on a plane, and the only reason it matters, all y'all discuss it, but you don't know why it matters. The only reason it matters is because that means that the continents that we have, there's more of them over the ice wall, and they lied to us about our entire history. I know some of our history is true because my family has it documented, but I'm talking about they populated all these continents with a bunch of clones, and then they fed this fake philosophy of a bunch of lies and nonsense. And the world they're teaching you exists isn't the world. There's supposedly more land masses over the ice wall. So if that's true, that's a big deal, bro. So I'm just saying, whether it's forbidden or illegal or whatever or not, if there's a Batman that God creates, you think that he's not going to send that Batman over that ice wall? It's kind of common sense because you would have to have somebody who's superhuman to be able to go over there because they say that the beings over there are nocturnal with luminescent eyes. So, like, they don't sleep, okay? They're hunters. So, regular people can't go over there. Supposedly, some already have, and, common sense, you don't hear from them, right? But you take a Batman and put him over there, I'd have a chance. Might be stronger than him. So, they can try to do whatever they can, but I'm Batman. That's the point. That's why I do this training. That's why I want to push a lot farther with the training. I'm just barely getting started. I'm trying to tap into a lot more potential. I want to get where I'm stronger than anything and anybody. I want to get where I can defeat lions and bears and rhinos. Literally, I'm ruthless because that's the thing. If I can do stuff like that, then nobody in this world can tell me nothing and nothing can stop me. That's what I'm after. Pure dominance. I don't ask no questions. I go take what I want. You understand? I care about your rules. Nothing. Your laws means nothing to me. I do what I want because I'm superior. I'm a whole different species. That's what it's time for. Seriously, that's what we need. I want to be able to come up against Croc. I'm sorry, but wrestling an alligator sounds fun as hell. Maybe that's the Batman in me. Maybe I'm different. It'd be scary, but if you could do it, it'd be fun. Maybe a little gator. It'd be kind of fun. I'm just saying, imagine being that strong. I'm sure it's possible. And that's a lot of what I work on is like the biceps and the grip. So I wonder, but that's where my philosophy is, man. My philosophy is in stuff like that. I mean, I love alligators, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, for fun, like, I want to be that strong where I don't really have to fear anything because I'm strong enough to control it and play with it where it can't even do anything to me. That's the kind of strength I'm after. As I said, I'm already stronger than pretty much all you human beings on this planet. It's proven on camera. Watch the channel. Ain't nobody kidding about nothing. So that's the thing. Like, pay me, compensate me. I don't even have to ask twice, man. That should be understood. I'm setting the standard and setting the bar, and y'all people worried about, oh, we're gonna make up. Like, you can make up whatever you want, bro. I ain't worried about that nonsense, bro. You know how focused I am. You think I have time for scrubs? I don't have time for you scrubs, bro. I'm busy, man. I'm busy breaking the next world record. See what I'm saying? That's always been the way. Like, people who don't have their priorities straight, they worried about some fake stuff because they think it's cute. I don't care about that. You ain't talking about me. You're talking about yourself. I'm out here getting this money. I'm getting paid right now as I'm talking to you. See what I'm saying? I'm doing what all y'all wish you could do as a career. My eye hurts because I got it with my sunglasses a minute ago. Ow. That man is human. I want my money today. I want to get that check over 100. Hundo. I wonder how high I can get it before the end of the month. Sure, I could do it. But yeah, I think I need some original footage tomorrow if I can. I think that would be necessary. I think it would be good. I really do. Just try to get the views back up. Other than that, as far as people trying to imitate and copy me, hell, if I wasn't me, I'd probably copy me. Not because I don't have that in. I just don't have that in my DNA. I'm from a different cloth. We don't copy people. We do us. But imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So thank you. Feel me? That's all. It's all a compliment, man. Feel me? But like I said, it's what I was born to do. This is what I want to do. It is what it is, man. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna have to just continue to look up to me in awe and admiration. Like, wow, like that's crazy. That's the thing. I was never acting. This is my life's purpose. This is what I got called by God to do. This is what I was chosen to do. You think he didn't build Batman up to snuff? He did. I'm ready to go, man. So I don't know. That's what I'm gonna be pushing for. If I do the training, I want to try to get like, if this is like 10% of my capacity, I want to like get it to 100 and then see all y'all really freak out. Like, whoa, it's already impressive as hell. There's jaws dropping. People are like, what the hell? But I want to get it a lot farther, man. That way I can show y'all what I'm really capable of. That's the thing. It's just I gotta like keep in my mind what I'm preparing for, like train for like mutants. Literally, and yes, I think they exist. I think you'd be naive and foolish to think they don't. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna get going, man. Probably edit these videos right quick, probably upload them, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right, I appreciate y'all.